Hey guys, my name is Phallin and I am a 5-star Diamond Ambassador, and I'm going to talk to you today about retention. And I think this topic is really needed and really important because I'm a busy mom. I have a farm, I have 7 kids, and I don't even know how many animals, but I do not want to constantly be in a state of rebuilding my business. When I find customers, when I find business builders, I want them to stick with the products and stick with the business, and I want them to stay here. Nobody wants to constantly be finding new people and rebuilding, and everyone's quitting as quickly as you're getting them. And to some extent, that is going to happen. We're going to have people quit. Even if you do everything right, there are going to be people who quit in this business, but you can eliminate a lot of that, and you can have people who stick with you for 10, 20, 30 years, however long you're doing this, which is hopefully forever. And I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I have faithful product users and faithful business builders, and we have some people on our team who have really killer retention. So I'm going to give you guys 10 tips that is going to create residual income, and that is finding a customer for life. Finding someone who's going to stick with you, stick with the products, stick with the business, and we're going to retain them instead of always rebuilding. So number 1, got 10 things, and then I'm going to give you some action steps. But number 1, you are going to have to start with belief. For one, your belief in the products and in yourself and in network marketing needs to be really high in order for your customers to have that as well. But you need to live what you preach, and that is going to give belief to your customers, to your prospects. If you're over here constantly going through the drive-thru and always drinking Coke, and then the next day you have your Slim, not saying you can't enjoy things in your diet, and you don't have to have a perfect diet, but you don't need to broadcast that all over. If someone is going to follow you and buy the products from you, they're going to want somebody who is practicing what they preach. So that goes with natural healing type of things. That goes with a healthy lifestyle. Post those kind of things in your social media. That's just really important, and that's going to build belief. Also, through giving them vision and where you're going with the business and the business opportunity, because what the retention I'm going to talk about today is just both. It's for product users and business builders. You have to have a rock solid belief, rock solid, no wavering, no shaking. Nobody could tell you that these products don't work. Nobody could tell you that this business opportunity doesn't work, even if it didn't work for you right away. I struggled at gold for 2 years, and I did not become an immediate success. But once I figured things out, I was able to go diamond in 9 months. So it doesn't matter that I failed for 2 years as a gold and lost my points and went down to silver. That doesn't matter. I was able to build a business and maintain that huge income of this business for the last 10 years. So there's that. You want to practice what you preach. You also want to have the big vision. And then number 2 is understand overall health and long-term goals. So you don't want to just sell quick fixes. And I'm kind of going to talk about this in some of my other points, so it might all slur together here. But you want to sell them long-term goals, and you want that to be what you are sharing as well. Probiotics, it's a lifestyle. Eating healthy food, it's a lifestyle. Being active, being fit, giving your kids the best nutrition, watching what we put into our bodies, that is a lifestyle long term. And like I was saying, how nobody can tell you that the products don't work if you have a rock solid belief. That means if somebody comes to you and says the products didn't work, you're going to help them get the results instead of be like, my gosh, I'm so sorry, let's get you a return. No, we don't do that. There are no returns, because we are going to help them get the results that they want and the results that they came here looking for. So that's my 3rd point. Get them results. Be in contact. Do not sign people up and leave them. So one of the mistakes I made when I was first starting this business was signing so many people up. I was posting on social media a ton, and people were coming to me like crazy, and I was just signing them up. And I was so busy, and I didn't have a really good customer service kind of follow-up plan. But what my plan is now is writing their name down in my planner 3 days out from after I first talk to them, and then just putting them in. Like, when am I going to talk to that person? So my calendar has names of people wrote all over who I'm going to do my follow-up with. And that is really important, that you stay in contact with them and also treat them like a human, not a customer. These are people. Now, I'm not all about building relationships before people purchase. Then it's kind of like they can see me from a distance. I'll talk to them, I'll comment on their stories and stuff, but it's not like a relationship. But once people buy the products, I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to get them on a three-way. With like my downline will get them on a three-way with me, and we will do a three-way call, and I'll share the vision and belief and inspiration for the products and how they're going to work and how they're going to change their lives, and be in contact with them. You need to talk to them, communicate with them, ask them questions, get on the phone if you can. When you troubleshoot, also talk about how their dog just had puppies or how their daughter just got married. Bring in life into it and have that relationship. Number 4 is three-way chats for third-party validation. So three-way chats or three-way phone calls. A lot of people on my team use three-way chats. So when someone signs up, we'll get in a chat. So it'd be me, the person I sponsored, and then the person they sponsored. And that's for me to connect with my level 2s. So I'm building that solid relationship in case my level 1 is ever not in the picture, but also to validate to my new level 2 that my level 1 is awesome and amazing and they should trust them and that this person really knows what they're doing. It's so different when someone walks in and says, hey, Phallin is an amazing leader, versus me saying, I'm a great leader, you should listen to me. So that's why we use the three-way chats, especially with new people getting started. And it creates less work on you in the long run because you can see how your level 1 is talking to your level 2. And then you can help them through troubleshooting and detox questions without them having to come back to you, retell the whole story, send you screenshots. Like, you're right there. You're in that message and you can see those things when you decide to go in there. So number 5, this should have been up closer to like number 2 or 3, but number 5, do not focus only on weight loss. I know people lose weight on the products, but weight loss is very difficult to troubleshoot. And a lot of times it's temporary. People will bounce from thing to thing if their goal was weight loss. So even if they come to you for weight loss, even if you post a weight loss challenge, especially the new year or the beginning of summer or around the holidays, even if you post about that to bring people in, the goal has got to be 100% of the time long-term health. If they need to lose weight, then they have something else going on in their body too. It could be a whole host of things. Most of the time or a lot of the time, those people are just here for a quick fix. If they don't see the quick fix, they're so focused on the scale, they're not focused on all of the other things. And a lot of times the weight will not come off until your body feels safe and healthy. So you have to get them that foundation. Number 6, this one is kind of going into the last 4 points that are about business builders, but get them silver. Find someone to do this with them. If they want to make a post on social media saying, sharing the products so that they can get their products paid for by finding a couple of people to join under them, that is great. If their products are paid for, they will stick around to get their results. They're not going to be so likely to quit. If people come to me and say they can't afford the products, I'm like, girl, life is too short to not be able to afford the things that your body needs, let alone the things that you want to be able to afford, the lifestyle that you want for yourself and your family. Have you ever considered making this a business? And I word it like that. I say making this a business. You can use whatever wording your upline has that works, but that's what works for me. If you can get someone to do this with them, I forget the percentage, but it's a really high number, the likelihood that they're going to stick with this as opposed to quitting, because they are not alone. And even if you're helping them along the way, it's nothing like their husband, their mom, their best friend doing this with them. It's kind of like you being the only person in the house doing a diet, and it's alone. You're secluded and it's just you. But when someone comes in and does it with you, you can talk to them about it. You can do it with somebody, and that community is huge. So for business builders, how to retain your business builders so that you're not having a bunch of people quit. And the number one way to keep somebody engaged and doing the business is getting them some solid workers right away. We all have life happen. All of my level 1s have gone through different things in their lives. And the ones that have rock solid leaders under them by far have it the easiest to deal with anything, to deal with life, to deal with struggling to figure out how to make this business work. If they have, it's just like the products. If they have somebody under them, somebody doing this with them, that first check that they get, that first sign up that they get while they were at a party or at a movie or sleeping or playing with their kids, it's like the light bulb of opportunity and residual income just comes on. So my kids and I, they want to do farming, stuff like that. And so we were at a farmer's market today. When I sell something, it's one thing, me to that customer. The beauty, and I could not stop thinking about this, the beauty of selling Plexus is when you are doing something else and you get paid 1 level, 2 level, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels deep on work that you did one time by training your level 1. So if you want to keep your business builders around, you have got to get them some leaders and people who are doing this business, people who are solid, people who work when their upline isn't working. So they're doing all of those things. And number 8, this is under the category of business builders and retaining them. Do things with them before you assume that they can do things on their own, because more than likely they cannot do it on their own and they're going to need you to do it. I like to say do it for them so they watch you, and then do it with them. They're definitely going to need you to do it with them. So kind of hold their hand and then let them do it on their own, but you're still watching. You're seeing what they're doing. You're seeing what they're saying. You're making sure they're on book club. You're making sure their people are on book club. You're making sure they're on team call. You're making sure their people are on team call. If they're not, what are they saying? Why are their people not on there with them? Help them, guide them, direct them. So I think one of the biggest mistakes I see, especially in like a red type A, type A personality, is they just assume people know what they're doing and they just kind of let them go. You have got to develop people. What you are doing, if you're in this Star Diamond group and your people underneath you are not, you need to get them in here. You need to get them participating and doing all of these things in order to have a solid team and retain these people. So you're not always looking for new leaders. So number 9 is sign people up who have integrity. You want to have a team full of integrity because you can trust them. This would be my number 1 for any business builder, is that I can trust them, that they have integrity, that they're going to do the right thing. Even when it's hard, they're going to show up. They're going to be faithful in the products, faithful in the business. They're not just looking for quick fixes. They're looking for the long term. They're not here for quick weight loss. They're not here to win the lottery in their business. They know they're growing an actual business. They're consistent. They're diligent. They're hardworking. You're going to need them to show up when it's hard, even when they didn't get the joins they wanted this month, or they didn't hit the rank up they wanted. Knowing that it will come, so that's having that trust. They need to trust. You need to have that rapport with them. And then also, they need to be positive people, have better results with the products and with the business. You can have 2 people get the exact same amount of joins and the exact same amount of people quit that month, and a positive person sees the joins and the negative person sees all that quit. They could have just had a join yesterday and they don't see that because they're so focused on the negative. So you yourself need to be the person, and this is point number 10, be the type of person that you want to recruit in this business. You want to recruit someone who's positive, someone who's hardworking, someone who shows up 100% of the time, someone who's using their products diligently, someone who is learning about, and you don't have to know all the product knowledge. I don't even know all the product knowledge on a lot of the products, but learning, they're hungry to learn, they're hungry to grow. You need to be that type of person. So this is your action step to take after watching this training. You need to check your social media. Are you the type of person that you want to attract for the products or for the business? Are you someone who has rock solid belief in the products and yourself and in network marketing? And are those things showing up across your social media? Are you doing those things every day, posting about the products, posting about a healthy lifestyle, just showing up, and you're there? Your storefront is your social media, and it's always open. The doors are always open for people to come. If you are in that mentality of wanting to grow, this is a non-negotiable. And then who you want to attract, What lifestyle are you promoting? Are you positive? And then the other thing too is you're selling plexus. Is your social media also sharing other things, adding value? Maybe it's the chore chart that you use with your kids and you love it. Maybe it's the new iPhone case or new sheets that you've been really looking for, linen sheets, and you finally found some that you love. Is it tips on how to make your bread rise, the best yeast to buy? Share a link. Don't just share plexus. Don't just share the products, because then people are like, oh, she just sells plexus. But if you're sharing and selling your lifestyle, people are going to be more inclined to trust you. So I do not post like competitive products with plexus. If I'm using ProBio 5 and I'm loving it, I'm not going to go and share another probiotic. I can share another form of magnesium, like an Epsom salt bath, but I'm still promoting BioCleanse, if that makes sense. So you guys go and analyze your social media. Probably the easiest and most important way to grow your business is through social media. So go check that out. Do an analysis, ask your upline to give critical feedback. How's your brand? How are you showing up? Are you the type of person that you'd want on your own team? And yeah, that's all I got.